So at the core of the sales process, there's two components. There's the methodology that both Carrie and I had refined over the course of previous businesses, all laid out in a scalable, trainable, transferable way. And then instinct. One of the things I mentioned, Carrie had a call center, and when we sold that, we kept the intellectual property rights, so all the data. And Carrie did a ton of dialing for MSPs, and the other side of her business was partner recruitment for the vendors that sell to and through MSPs. And throughout those contracts, we collected a immensely powerful, matured, hand curated database of North American MSPs. And I've always liked data. I moonlight a little bit in data analysis, but I went to school with a guy who's immensely talented. And one of his recent projects was working with OpenAI to train ChatGPT to take and pass the bar exam. So this very deep data scientist friend of mine who lives in my hometown is right up the road, and I were talking about it, and he's like, "Hey, why don't you let me look at that data for a second? Let's poke it." And he said, you could really kind of do some stuff with this. And so what we did was we took the core of our data, and we've been able to map out some key functions through Instinct that support MSPs. So for one, like all of us know that we're in a local market and there's some competition around, and everybody I've yet to meet an MSP that doesn't have some sort of strong opinion around competition. Well, because we have that database that knows all the MSPs around the region, we're able to pipe that data into our clients' system and say, hey, here's your competitive dashboard of your local competitors. Here's what they're doing. Here's what they're offering. Here's how they're talking to the market. Here's how you stack up against them. And if that changes, our software is always constantly monitoring everyone, and it pulls in those changes, and then the MSP knows about it. So if they suddenly launch an AI consulting practice and are now optimizing around these, whatever, 5 keywords, well, our customer knows about it and can pivot and shift resources and also adapt or proactively identify, here's something we might want to message on, market on. Here's a battle card where this customer, I know these guys don't offer X and we do. Bring that into the room and wedge at that. And that competitive targeting, you might call it, use of battle cards is very common in the SaaS space and very uncommon in the services space. So um, and then that functionality is live today. Within 6 months, we'll be able to let MSPs know exactly down to the activity when they step off process, where their problems are, and deliver automated coaching and diagnostics to them so that as people are doing the act of selling, there's an automated coach with them at all times, letting them know, hey, here's one thing you can change this week that's going to make you more effective. And if we make reps 1% better over the course of the year, 50% improvement on everything, that's a huge win for people. It's the core of what we do, and it's all because of that call center data that we kept and collected and matured.